Hello everyone. Welcome back to this channel. This time around, we're once again going to go over several leaks that I've managed to dig up, ones I think are pretty interesting to talk about. As always, this information comes from sources that are considered fairly credible. But before we dive into the discussion, running out of Stellar Jade in Honkai Star Rail? Don't worry, there's a more budget-friendly solution. Now you can top up in-game safely, quickly, and at a lower price through U7 Buy. And it's not just Honkai Star Rail, other games are available too, all in one place. Still not sure? No problem. You can check U7 Buy's reviews directly on Trustpilot, so it's transparent and trustworthy. For comparison, 80 oniric shards cost around $100 in the official store, but on U7 Buy, it's much cheaper. The process is also instant. Just select your server, enter your UID, and the balance is delivered straight to your account, no hassle. Don't forget to use code BOOM for a 5% discount. Click the link in my description or pinned comment to visit U7 Buy. Alright, now let's get into the main topic. Today, we'll be covering some of the latest information that's honestly quite exciting. Previously, we talked about the full kit of Mort'nax Blade in Beta 4.3 v1. So, what do you guys think about Mort'nax Blade's performance? Are you excited about it, or not so much? If you feel like you missed it or want a more complete picture of that discussion, I highly recommend watching that video first. This time, our discussion will shift back to future characters, specifically, the characters expected to arrive in Honkai Star Rail version 4.4. We won't just be focusing on Himeko SP alone, but also covering several other characters that are equally interesting, including characters from Fate Collab Part 2. As always, all of this info comes from fairly credible sources. So without further ado, let's just get straight into it. Okay, let's kick things off with Himeko SP first. As we know, a few days ago Beta 4.3 version 1 was officially released. And from that beta, we can spot some interesting things related to the characters coming in version 4.4. Specifically, 2 new trace materials and 1 new ascension material showed up in Beta 4.3. From the appearance of these materials, we can start drawing some early conclusions about which characters will be arriving in version 4.4. So, the 2 new trace materials are designed for characters with the Destruction Path and the Erudition Path. Meanwhile, the 1 new Ascension material that appeared is for a character with the Quantum Element. Since Himeko SP is expected to release in version 4.4, we can start concluding that she'll most likely be either a Destruction or Erudition Path character. This makes a lot of sense, since Hoyoverse obviously wouldn't release new materials without a clear reason behind it. If we look at information shared by Rain Grace Leaks, they mentioned that Himeko SP seems like she'll be an Erudition character with the fire element. If we go by this info, then there's a chance that the new Quantum Ascension material isn't for Himeko SP at all, but rather for another character releasing in the same version. This also lines up with what HSR Italia stated, that Himeko SP will most likely remain an Erudition character, and that Mort'nax Blade will probably serve as her support. In other words, Mort'nax Blade could potentially be the pre-sale character released as a complementary unit before Himeko SP officially drops. So why is Mort'nax Blade expected to be a support for Himeko SP? Because there's a good chance Himeko SP will be a DPS character focused on her ultimate. We can find the answer by looking at the 2 new relic sets introduced in Beta 4.3. The first set is very clearly tailored for Mort'nax Blade, where the relic boosts max HP while providing support capabilities for the team. Meanwhile, the second relic set is designed to increase attack and can significantly boost ultimate damage dealt. With that second relic set in the picture, it's very reasonable to assume that Himeko SP will be an ultimate-focused DPS character. So based on both sources, we can consider that Himeko SP is Fire Erudition, just like the original Himeko. However, information that came from Sakura Haven a few days ago paints a slightly different picture. In their post, Sakura Haven confirmed that Himiko's Nova form is confirmed. That said, it's worth noting that this is an internal name and doesn't necessarily refer to Nova Flare. With this information, Himeko SP's arrival in version 4.4 has been confirmed. Furthermore, Sakura Haven also revealed that Himeko SP has an enhanced basic attack and 3 levels of enhanced skill, which is actually a higher number compared to characters like Mighty Eye and Feinun, who only have 2 enhanced levels. Interestingly, her ultimate is mentioned to deal 0 damage whatsoever. Based on this description of her mechanics, we can conclude that Himeko SP will likely focus more on her enhanced basic attack and enhanced skill rather than direct ultimate damage. There's a possibility she uses her ultimate as a trigger to activate the enhanced state, rather than as her primary damage source. If that's the case, a question that's been bugging me comes up. Why would Hoyoverse release a new relic set that explicitly boosts ultimate damage dealt, if their new character doesn't rely on ultimate as her main damage source? And why is Mortonak's blade designed as a support for a character who relies on ultimate and follow-up attacks, if Himeko SP is actually focused on enhanced basic attacks and enhanced skills? This contradiction makes the information from Sakura Haven feel quite confusing, or at the very least, raises a lot of questions. One possibility we can consider is that the second relic set that boosts ultimate damage isn't meant for Himeko SP at all, but rather for one of the Fate Collab Part 2 characters releasing in version 4.4, either Rin or Gilgamesh. Because, according to Rain Grace, they mentioned that the new destruction and quantum materials appearing in Beta 4.3 are meant for those 2 Fate Collab characters. That means one of either Rin or Gilgamesh is likely a destruction path character with the quantum element. Looking at all of this information as a whole, we can conclude that Himeko SP in version 4.4 still holds a lot of unanswered questions. On one hand, several sources point toward her being an ultimate-based DPS, backed by the new relic set and Mortonak's blade being positioned as her dedicated support. On the other hand, information from Sakura Haven describes a kit that leans more toward enhanced basic attack and enhanced skill as the core of her gameplay. And on top of that, the addition of Fate Collab Part 2 characters like Rin and Gilgamesh introduces new variables that we'll have to wait and see on. Personally, I'm still leaning toward the possibility that Himeko SP will be an ultimate-reliant DPS, given the new relic set and the presence of Mortonak's blade as a support seemingly built to complement exactly that kind of playstyle. That said, we'll definitely need to wait for more information before drawing any firmer conclusions. What do you guys think about Himeko SP? Which possibility do you find more convincing based on the sources we've covered? Do you agree with the picture that paints her as an ultimate DPS? Or are you more intrigued by the enhanced basic attack mechanic described by Sakura Haven? I'd genuinely love to hear your thoughts. Alright, with that, we've reached the end of today's discussion. Thank you so much for your time and attention in watching this video all the way through. I'm really looking forward to your opinions, analysis, and takes in the comments section. Your discussions are what make these videos come alive and so much more fun. Don't forget to share this video with your fellow Honkai Star Rail players so they don't miss out on this latest information. Your support through likes and subscribes means a lot for this channel's growth. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.